Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever wanted to tell a great story in Spanish about something cool you did yesterday or maybe last week? Well, today we're going to jump right into the Spanish preterite tense. I know, it sounds a little technical, but trust me, it's the key to talking about anything you've already done in the past. Let's get right into it. So I want you to think about your day yesterday. Maybe you watched an awesome movie, or you tried a new coffee shop. Maybe you finally finished that big project. All those stories, right? Every single one of those finished moments, that's where the preterite tense comes in. But how do you actually say those things? Well, that's exactly the question we're going to answer today. Okay, so the one word you absolutely have to remember here is completed. The preterite is for actions that have a super clear beginning and a clear end. They're done, finished. It's not for talking about what you used to do or what things were like back in the day. No, this is for what happened. If you say, I ate, the eating is over. If you say, she studied, the studying is done. That is the heart of the preterite. So here's the game plan for today. First, we're going to get crystal clear on when to use it. Then we'll master the endings for those super common AR verbs. After that, we are going to conquer ER and IR verbs together. And to wrap it all up and make sure it sticks, we'll have a quick little challenge to put your new skills into action. All right, first things first. Before we get into all the verb endings and the mechanics, let's talk about when to even pull this tense out of your toolbox. Think of these as the rules of the road that tell you, yep, it's preterite time. You see, it's all about being specific. The preterite is your go-to for actions that are clearly finished. Like, check out these examples. Yesterday, I ate pizza. That action is completed. I studied at 8 o'clock. That happened at a really specific time. I went to the gym 3 times. That's a specific number of times. All of these are perfect signals to use the preterite. And hey, here's a little cheat code for you. Look for clues in the sentence. Words like ayer, which means yesterday, anoche for last night, or la semana pasada for last week, they're like giant flashing neon signs pointing you right to the preterite because they lock that action into a finished point in time. All right, you ready for the fun part? Let's dive in. We're going to start with the most common verbs in Spanish, the ones that end in AR. This is going to be your first quick win, I promise, because the pattern is so consistent. We're going to use a super simple 2-step formula. Seriously, that's it. First, take a verb like hablar, which means to speak. You just chop off that AR ending to find what's called the stem. So you're left with hub. Step 2, just add the correct preterite ending. For I, or yo, that ending is a. Put them together and you get hablé, I spoke. See? Simple. Okay, so here's the full chart with all the endings for regular AR verbs. Just notice how the stem, habl, never changes. It's the same for every single one. You just swap out the ending. Aste, o, amos, astes, aron. Now, one thing you really got to watch out for are those little accent marks on the yo form, hablé, and the ll form, hablo. They're so important for pronunciation because they tell you where to put the stress on the word. So now that you've got AR verbs down, let's move on to ER and IR verbs. And you're going to love this because this next part is like a 2-for-1 deal. Okay, so here's the big secret. You ready for this? In the preterite tense, regular ER and IR verbs use the exact same set of endings. No joke. So whether you're talking about comer, to eat, or vivir, to live, you only have to learn one pattern. I mean, how cool is that? It's all about learning smarter, not harder. See? We're using that exact same 2-step formula again. Let's try it with comer. Step 1, chop off the ER, and you get the stem, com. Step 2, add the yo ending for this group, which is e. Slap them together and you've got comí, I ate. It works every time. So here they are, the endings for both ER and IR verbs. Iste, io, imos, istes, ieron. And just like before, keep an eye on those accent marks for the yo and él or ella forms. So if you take an IR verb like vivir, it follows the exact same pattern. Viví, viviste, vivió, and so on. Okay, let's put these 2 patterns side by side so you can really see it. On the left, you've got the endings for your AR verbs. And on the right, you have the shared endings for both ER and IR verbs. And that's it. For every regular verb in the preterite, these are the only 2 patterns you need to memorize. Okay, theory time is over. You've seen how it works. Now let's see if you can do it. It's time for a quick challenge to put your new skills to the test. You ready for this? First question. How would you complete this sentence? Ayer yo blank con mi madre. The verb is hablar, it's an AR verb, and the subject is yo. Go on, think about it. You can even pause if you need a sec.
Yes, the answer is hablé. You take the stem hab and you add that yo ending a. If you got that, awesome job.
All right, you ready for another one? Nosotros blank pizza anoche. We're working with comer, an AR verb, and the subject is nosotros. What do you think? And the answer is comimos. You are on a roll. You take the stem com, and the nosotros ending for this group is imos. Excellent. Okay, last one. Let's hit an IR verb to complete the set. Ella blank en España. The verb is vivir, and the subject is ella, or she. How would you finish that one? You got it. It's vivió. You use the stem viv and add that shared yo ending. Fantastic work. See, you just successfully used the preterite for all 3 regular verb types. So let's do a super quick recap of everything you've just mastered. Number 1, the preterite is for finished actions in the past. Remember that simple 2-step formula. Find the stem, add the ending. AR verbs have their own special set of endings, and, the best part, ER and IR verbs share the exact same set of endings. That's pretty much the whole shebang. And you know what? That brings us right back to where we started. But now, you actually have the tools to answer this question. Think about one thing you did yesterday. You studied, you worked, you ate, you watched something. You can actually say that in Spanish now. So go ahead, right now, try to say one thing you did yesterday. You can totally do it.